Hi there, Ryan Mastell here for Golfshake.com. Welcome to the practice ground here at Howley Hall Golf Club in Leeds, where today I'm taking a look at the brand new i59 irons from Ping and also the new Glide Forged Wedge that's just come out as well. So we're going to hit a few shots here on the practice ground, show you exactly what we think, but then I'm also going to take them out onto the golf course, play a few holes and show you exactly how they perform. But before we do all that, let's talk a little bit about the tech. So i59 is an iron that is a more compact looking package than some of the irons that Ping currently have out. Now it's aimed at the slightly better player or more consistent ball striker. You can see this really small body that it has, quite slim top line as well. There's a lot of technology packed in here though. So basically the head and the way the head is constructed, there's lots of aluminium inside there, which is a third the weight of the comparable steel that would be in there. So being able to save that much weight allows the engineers at Ping to make this a slightly higher MOI head. And even though it's a smaller footprint and smaller head than the i210, it's actually higher MOI than that model, which is really, really impressive from their part. Now, Ping aren't normally a company that are famous for forging golf clubs, but this is a forged set of clubs, which again will enhance that quality and feel that we would expect from a Ping product. Now, the groove pattern is interesting as well. So the grooves on here, there are more of them, and Ping are saying that that is in a way to try and reduce the flyers that you get out there on the golf course. All of us have had those when we've been out there and hit the odd shot where all of a sudden it just comes out like a bullet and goes absolutely miles, and particularly out the rough where we struggle to get the control of the distance. So be interesting when we get out on the golf course to see whether we see that out there when we're playing golf, and see whether some of those shots that we hit from the rough or maybe from different types of lie end up similar distances and stopping just as quickly as those coming from the fairway. So that'll be interesting to try as well. Now, the Glide Forged Wedge as well, a completely different new shape that Ping are trying with this new range of wedges. Obviously the forged element adds to the feel. We can see this kind of chamfered top edge on there as well to kind of slim down the look of the wedge when you've got it in that playing position. But it'd be really interesting to get out on the golf course and try those as well. So what I'm going to do now is hit a few on the practice ground here at Howley, have a bit of a look, talk you through what I'm feeling and thinking and seeing while I'm hitting the shots, but also give you a little bit more info about the tech. So we're out here on the practice ground. We're going to hit a few with each of the irons here, just a couple of shots with each just to warm up, and then we're going to get out on the golf course and put them to the test out there as well. So I've got the 9 iron here to start with. You know, just putting it down behind the ball looks really, really good. I like the sort of shape of the head. It's nice and rounded, slightly higher in the toe than I'm used to as well. Project X LS shaft in it, which is something I've used before. 6.5, 125 grams, which is a little lighter than what I'm using at the moment, but still very, very good shaft, and one that I know that I like. So let's just hit a couple of shots with it. Feels really nice and solid off the face. I wasn't expecting it to feel as solid as that, to be honest, which I quite like. Just hit another one. Again, really lovely sound that it makes. Nice little fade that I'm hitting with it, with a 9 iron. Again, looks great behind the ball. We've got the tungsten weighting in there as well to really enhance that sort of MOI story, moving the weight around there, making it slightly more forgiving, changing the CG. So the technology is packed into there as well. The groove pattern, you don't really notice that there's extra grooves on the face, if I'm honest, but you know, Ping are saying that it should eliminate some of those flyers that we get out of the slightly more inconsistent lies that we're faced with, but certainly the flights on those look really, really good. Let's move on to the 7 iron. So we've got, again, slightly different in its shape. It now looks a little bit longer. The toe doesn't look quite as pronounced and up there, but again, still looks really, really nice behind the ball. Slightly squarer look to it. Again, another nice strike, lovely flight, little fade on it. Pretty good shot. Yeah, I mean, it's worth saying as well, these all come with the IRONS Smart Grip on there as well, which you'll see in most Ping products. Now, obviously this multi-compound grip on there as well in a mid-size, which I'm used to. So everything about this club has kind of been built to suit me. So, you know, I basically sent my specs to Ping and they've sent me a 5.7, 9 iron and the forged wedge all in my spec, which is really kind of them. But yeah, they feel really, really good. I really like the look of these behind the ball, and certainly the feel that you get with it is what you would expect from a forged club, really. And pretty much exactly the same flight as I've hit on the others. Nice high one with a little fade on it, but yeah, I mean the striking is, you know, I'm hitting it obviously fairly decent today, so. We're seeing some good shots and good ball flights. Let's move on to the 5 iron now. This is where it starts getting a little bit slimmer, potentially a little bit more difficult to hit, so we'll try a couple with this as well. And certainly sitting it behind the ball, it looks a bit more daunting than the 7 iron did. Yeah, not too bad. Pretty straight. Nice little divot with it. I quite like the way they go through the turf as well. They're slightly slimmer in the sole than the irons that I use, but they go through the turf really nicely. I'd say they're nice high flight, pretty straight in the air. Really, really good distance as well. So let's just hit a few with the wedge too and see how that goes. So we'll probably try this a little bit better when we get out on the golf course and we're actually hitting some chip shots and things around the greens, but let's just hit a few little pitches down there as well. I felt absolutely lovely off the face. Let's hit a couple more. So the first thing that I can sort of point out about this, which is different to the irons, is the shape. So it's a bit more rounded. Much more rounded shape. It's got this kind of chamfered bit on the top edge there, which makes it look a little bit slimmer as well, which I quite like, but certainly feels great off the face. Again, nice flight, much flatter than some of the wedges I've tried, so quite like the way it goes through the turf. This is a 54 in the S grind 10 bounce, so it's your kind of sand wedge really. Again, just really nice penetrating flight, plenty of spin when it's landed, it's stopping pretty quickly, so as you would expect from a brand new forged wedge, but certainly loved having that first little hit with those. So let's get out on the golf course, put ourselves in some different positions and see exactly how they perform out there. But I'm on the 16th here at Howley. I've got just short of 150 left into the green here, so I'm just going to hit a couple with the 9 iron, which is about my sort of normal club for this distance. So we'll hit a few towards the flag there and hopefully get them somewhere near. But looks behind the ball, fantastic. Really like that white bottom groove painting in there. I think it really just helps you align yourself properly with the green. So let's try a few shots and see exactly how they feel. That felt really good off the face. Line's pretty good. I think it's just landed just right at the flag. Might have just hung on to the back of the green. Pin's pretty well back there today as well, so let's just hit another one, see if we can get it up there. Again, another good strike. Feels really good off the face, so soft. Again, decent shot up there as well. So we'll head up there, see exactly where they finished. So let's have a look where those two shots are finished. The first one, like I said, you can just see on the back of the green there. The second one I've hit has just missed the green to the left. So what I'm going to do is have a go with this Glide Forged Pro wedge and see if I can get it somewhere near the hole. So let's have a bit of a look. Again, pretty much the same distance, so it's pretty much flag high where it's finished here. We'll have a go with this wedge and see if we can get it somewhere near the flag. Oh, I just didn't release. It spun a lot, that, to be honest, but yeah, I played it okay, but yeah, got a hell of a lot of stop on it. But yeah, from that sort of distance, you know, I've got one here on the back of the green, fairly good look at a birdie putt really down the hill, and then the second one just missed the green left and a chance of an up and down. But the feel off the face with both of those was really, really good. And I really like the look behind the ball, particularly that white paint fill in the bottom groove, which you associate with ping clubs anyway. So let's go hit some more. So 17th here at Howley's, quite a short par 4 where you've just got to make sure you hit the fairway. You've got to get that ball in play. Normally, I'd hit something like a 4 iron down there and try and keep it in play, but today I've got a 5 in this ping set, so I'm just going to hit a couple from the tee here, see if we can find the fairway, and then hopefully we'll be able to use maybe the 9 iron or something to reach the green. So let's just hit a couple. Again, looks great behind the ball. That white bottom groove looks really good as well, helps me to align. That'll do, it's down the middle. See if we can follow it with another one. The shafts feel really good as well. It's a shaft that I've used before, this Project X LS, and certainly there's that great bit of feedback from the shaft as well when you're hitting it. Again, another decent flight on the fairway, nice little draw there. So yeah, pretty much what I'd expect ball flight wise from the shots that I normally hit. So let's get up there and see exactly where they've finished. So I found both the balls just down the left-hand side of the 17th fairway here at Howley. Struck both of them fairly nicely. Probably a little bit closer to the green than I was anticipating. So I've got 142 yards from this one and 139 from the one just at the top of the slope there. Now, that yardage for me would normally be, it's a little bit downwind here, it would be a pitching wedge probably, but obviously don't have one, so I'm going to have to use the 9 iron again. So, and definitely can't get that the Glide Forged Wedge there in that 56 degree. So yeah, I'm gonna hit a couple of 9 irons, probably just a little kind of down the grip a little bit, take a bit of speed off it, and see if I can get it somewhere up there near the flag. So here goes, and let's hit a couple. So as you can probably see from the two traces there, one quite a bit better than the other. So this first one has finished, what, 8-9 feet right of the flag, really good position. You know, staring at a birdie putt from there. The second one, off that slight upslope, didn't quite get it right, pulled it a little bit, didn't fade back enough, but let's take the positives. I get to use this Glide Pro wedge again. So, like I say, I have a 54 degree wedge myself, which this is exactly the same. Looks very, very different though. The shaft feels quite a bit lighter than what I'm used to, but I really like the rounded shape of the head, to be honest. Some of you guys won't like that, but I really do. Let's see if we can play a half deep shot there. A little fiery after that last one that spun a lot on me. Let's just try another one, shall we? So I'll chuck it over this side of the green, see if we can get it up and down. I mean, normally from round here, this type of shot, I'd probably be using something a little bit more lofted really from that position, and certainly from here, but we'll see exactly how we can kind of manipulate the loft a little bit and see if we can play a slightly different type of shot as well. So a little bit more open with the face. I mean, off the face, it does feel really nice. It does come off really well. That's a better shot. Let's see if we can play another one. They do feel very, very soft. Again, decent one. Played it quite nicely. Again, I mean, that sort of shot would normally play something maybe like a 58 or a 60, but certainly these two are a fairly simple up and down position there really, but you can see with the 9-iron shots, the distance control was pretty good. Yes, I did pull the second one, but with the wedge as well, it feels great too. So we're actually getting some really good feel off there, and even those delicate shots like I've just played there, they feel really good off the face, and you can actually feel the grooves kind of engaging with the ball a little bit more, and really like the shape, that nice rounded look to them as well. But going back to the irons, like I say, the feel off the face is great. I love that white paint fill in the bottom. It just helps massively with alignment, but the shape is really good as well. And certainly the distance control has been pretty decent with them too. Obviously with the wedge, when I've played that, you've seen on the last hole, I left it a bit short, just kind of didn't really get the sort of feel off the face right to start with. It was the first shot I'd ever hit with it. Second one, I've obviously just hit that too hard, but then kind of getting into it a little bit with those more delicate ones. But let's go play the 18th here at Howley and see how the other irons do. So we're on the 18th tee here at Howley. It's 190 to the flag down there, and I've got a 5-iron or a 7-iron. So it's probably a 5-iron, but I haven't hit a 7-iron yet. I'm probably not going to get there, but I'm always up for a challenge. So I'm going to hit a couple of 7-irons off this tee and see exactly how that feels as well. But been really impressed so far with both the irons and the wedge that we've been trying out, and certainly the feel of them is great. I've had ping irons in the past, so the shape is quite familiar to me. And like I keep going on about, I must have said it about 5 times, that white paint fill in the bottom groove really helps with the alignment. The shafts feel great, so the Project X LZ 6.5, 125 grams, which is slightly lighter than what I've got in my own golf clubs at the moment. I've got the normal Project X 6.5, but again, the irons feel great. They're really nice, slim look to them when you sit them down behind the ball. So if you're that type of player who wants that kind of precision and that type of look behind it, you know, there's not a hell of a lot of golf club to look at down there, so the forgiveness isn't as high as some of the other models in the ping range. But certainly it's a golf club that if you're a good player and a good ball striker, you're going to absolutely love. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to hit some shots off this 18th tee with a 7-iron, see if I can even get to the green. So having hit both of those shots there down the 18th here at Howley Hall, that first one, I've tried to hit it pretty hard, and it's possibly the best I've struck a 7-iron in about 6 months. So it's right up there next to the flag, probably about, I'll say next to the flag, it's about 10 feet to the left of the flag. It's not too bad. Second one, tried to go at it again, caught it a little bit thin, but still it's about pin high right inside of the green. So both of them have gone around between 185, 190, which for a 7-iron is pretty damn long. Yes, I was trying to hit them very, very hard, but it was a necessity because I didn't have the club for the yardage. So let's go check them out and see exactly where they are. So as you can see from the 2 shots that we hit into the green there, made a nice 2 with the first one, even though it's one I've had to force there really. You could see by how far it spun back, how hard I've had to hit that 7-iron to get it in there. Second one, like I say, a little bit of a thin, but it's on the right hand side of the green, 2 putts for a par, so can't grumble at that. So one of the things that may put you off these irons is the price. Now, a standard 7-iron set of these is going to retail for around 15 to 1600 pounds, so they're not for everybody in terms of their, you know, the price point that they're aimed at, but the quality is definitely there. And as you've seen from the shots I've hit in the video, the performance is fantastic. Now the wedge, that's going to be around the 180 to 189 mark for this forged wedge. So again, really at the top end price wise of those that are out there on the market. Hope you've enjoyed that video. If you've got any questions about them, please leave them in the comments section below. Watch the rest of our content here on the Golfshake YouTube channel to help you play more and play better. And don't forget to hit that notifications bell as well, so you're kept up to date as soon as a new video hits our channel. See you all very, very soon. I'm going to go and hit a few more with these.